Did you know that there's a blueprint to set ambitious and desirable goals so that they're actually meaningful to your unconscious mind, which is the goal getter? So during this audio, I'm going to explain how you can set these big goals that are going to scare the people around you, and how you can have unconscious motivation to get these goals. My name is Alex Morgan, and I help you align your actions, your beliefs, your dreams, and your thinking so that you can have success. And success is here, and you might as well be ready for it. And one of the easiest ways to be ready for success is to have desire for your goals. So what do I mean when I'm talking about this? Well, first of all, we want to understand one thing, that you set goals with the conscious mind. So the conscious mind is the goal setter, and the unconscious mind is the goal getter. So you need to give your unconscious mind plenty of data so that it can easily and effortlessly achieve your goals, so it feels automatic and natural. So the idea here is you want to set goals that are so ridiculous that all your other goals that you've done before seem easy to you. And that's probably already happening, because a lot of the old goals that you used to have that you already achieved, if you were to look back on those now, how do you see those goals? Are they big? Are they small? Are they medium? Maybe you're laughing at those goals. It's all up to you and how you see those goals now. So before I get into everything, comment 1 if you usually set conservative goals, and comment 2 if you usually set big and ridiculous goals. Because the idea is you want to set goals so ridiculous that your loved ones, the people around you, your environment, they're almost laughing at you. They're going to say things like, well, that will never happen. And what does that tell you? That tells you that you may need to change things in your environment. Have people around you that have big goals, ridiculous goals as well, so you can all move with each other and achieve these big, ambitious goals. So once you set the goal, make sure it's so big that it's going to stretch your mind, because a lot of people, they set small goals, and these conservative goals, they have to just work harder. They don't actually stretch their mind. Where a big, ridiculous goal, it makes you consider things that you've never even considered yet. And doing is not enough to achieve your goals, and you also need to test how much you deserve and what you desire. So, for example, how do you build that desire for the goal once you have it set? I'm assuming you have a goal that's really big and set already. So if you really want to build desire, what do you need to do? You need to give your unconscious mind data to achieve the goal. So what does a real estate agent do when someone wants to buy a house? They're working with someone that has a goal to buy a house. They probably already have enough money for a particular budget. So what are they going to do? Their job is to build desire in that person's unconscious mind, to give their unconscious mind data. So usually, if you've ever bought a house, or you know someone that's bought a house, do they ever, the first house they see, is it their dream house? No. The realtor shows them something just to pique their desire, pique their interest just enough. And then they're going to show them something else with maybe the view they want, with the price that they want. And then they're finally going to reveal the dream house, the dream view within budget, or maybe it's pushing that budget just a little bit, showing them, look, this is what you can have. If you spend this much, you can have everything that you want. So you need to have ways to build that desire in your mind. So you need to look at maybe different things online. You need to change your environment and be around people who also have a desire for their goals. What do I say looking online? Or you need to do something in the physical. So let's say that you want to buy a car. How are you going to build desire? You're going to look online at the colors, the specifications, all the different things to give your unconscious mind data, the seats, the sound system. Engage all of your senses, sight, hearing, feeling, smell, taste. Then eventually you'll want to test drive the car so it feels more real for you, and then your unconscious mind has this data so it knows that it wants to get this goal because you've given it so many different pixels for this. So you need to give your unconscious mind data in some way. It can be through doing or through searching things online, because maybe you can find things online that you haven't considered yet. Now, if you also want to build desire, you're not only going to be taking action, because if you think about it, taking action is really like 1% towards your goal. Now, maybe when you hear this, you think it's a bit crazy. However, what's the other 99%? The other 99% you may not be aware of. This is the 99% that could be living on an old blueprint, old behaviors, old habits, beliefs, values, motivations, emotions, feeling. And this could show you that your environment is against you. Could be an internal conflict. So you need to think, what's that other 99%? To build desire, to build really big desire, are your motivations towards your goals? Are your beliefs towards your goals? Are your feelings and emotions towards your goals? Is your environment helping you with your goals? It's not all about taking action. It's designing your mind and designing the environment around you that's going to help you achieve your goals. That's essentially part of the blueprint. So think about it. What's something that you need to change in order for you to think that you've already achieved this goal? Maybe it's a belief. Maybe you need to resolve some sort of emotion. Maybe you need to change things in your environment. Maybe you need to think a bit differently. And one way to think of this is, let's say that you're part of this big world around you. I'm sure you can agree with that, can't you? So, if you're part of this big world around you, is that the truth? Or is this world a part of you? Because maybe if you change your thinking on that, it makes it seem like your goals aren't so small or big or ridiculous or achievable or not. So this is a way to test yourself on how much you deserve. So you know how to build that desire. You know about that 99%. And you know how to give your unconscious mind data to achieve the goal. So you need to really consider things now. What haven't you considered that will help you get this goal? This is all part of the blueprint. And the blueprint is easy as long as you have new, updated programming in your mind, because you don't want that other 99% living on an old blueprint. You don't want to have any internal conflicts, negative emotions, limiting beliefs. So it's up to you. You need to decide, what are you going to resolve, and who are you specifically going to be? Who's the person that you need to specifically be to achieve that goal? Who do you really need to be? Who is that person who has achieved the goal? Do you know who that person is? Do you know what they see, what they hear, what they feel, what they say to themselves, what kind of people they're around? Do you know all that information? Because that's more data for the unconscious mind. Because when you have a goal and you have a good feeling attached to that, and you have that going through your whole body, that's really how you can achieve your goals easily and effortlessly. Definitely share this with someone else who needs to set goals that are so ridiculous that all your other goals that you've ever achieved are so easy for you, for them, really, anybody, everybody. If you haven't already, go ahead and like the audio and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate everyone who's been subscribing lately and leaving comments recommending things that they want me to discuss, talk about, make audios and hypnosis audios on. That's one way to really program your mind for success, is with hypnosis. So check out any of the sessions that I upload every single Wednesday. I'm sure those can really help you achieve anything and everything. Thanks so much for listening, and I hope to see you on the next video or the next audio.